Hello friends, this is Mig Jiménez, and today I want to share with you some techniques and tips related with the new shaders. This is our new product, and we have many requests about explain to demonstrate how to use those new products. Personally, I love it, and I want to explain you some techniques for camouflage and for different surfaces like rust or concrete, but of course you can apply it over planes, figures, trains, ships or anything. So if you are interested, just stay here and let's go. Okay friends, so I prepared this big turret. This is 1/72 scale, but I think that it's perfect to explain you what to do with the shaders over a painted turret like this one, because this is really big with this very small rivets and details. Will be perfect to explain how to make dirt, rust, discoloration or fading, but also we can try over the concrete, so will be a good example to show you what is the shaders. So stay here and let's go to start. First, we must apply the primer, paint the camouflage, and we will start spraying with the shaders.
The first step is to apply primer to the model. Titan sprays can cover large areas perfectly in a very short time. It is necessary to shake the sprays well and apply them from a distance of 10 to 15 centimeters from the surface. If you see that the primer accumulates a little, do not worry. It is self-leveling and will be perfectly smooth and homogeneous once dry, with a finish exactly like ammo's one shot. Always apply the primers outdoors or in a well-ventilated area. For the base, a gray primer was used, which makes an excellent foundation for the cement structure. Once applied, simply let it dry for a couple of hours. Once the primer is dry, the acrylic camouflage colors can be applied. For this model, a sand color, green, and brown were chosen for the turret, and a gray color for the cement base. The next step is very important. Always apply a matte varnish before working with the shaders. The range of colors selected includes light rust, earth browns, several dirt tones, grays, and greens. This wide color range will add chromatic richness to the model. The shader colors do not need to be shaken at all. Just open them and place the color directly into the cup of your airbrush. Masking tape can be used to protect your model when painting with shaders. In this case, the lower surface was masked off so that you can see the effect the shaders produce, in contrast with the neighboring surfaces. The first color applied was light rust placed directly into the airbrush. The color appears very dark and almost black. The true color is visible once projected from the airbrush. Remember, the shaders are very fine colors. They do not need to be diluted in any way and should be applied directly to the model. Here the effect is focused on the bottom area with rivet detail. Little by little, the layers of the shader colors create translucent effects. With the masks removed, you can see the very subtle contrast that has been produced. Shader colors can be used as a kind of airbrush filter, just one of the many useful effects that you can apply with shaders. You can also cover large surfaces, isolate panels, and easily create contrast between upper and lower surfaces. It takes about 24 hours for shaders to dry completely. If you want to accelerate the process, simply apply a coat of matte varnish to protect it. The green color was also used to discolor the green camouflage area. This color could also be used on the brown parts of the camouflage as well. In addition to filters and discoloration, the full range of shader colors can be used to add depth and volume to any models. The color dirt can be used to make vertical drained dirt effects on your models. As you can see, the effects are extremely fine and subtle, which allows you to make corrections or remove any effect as needed. This is ideal for modelers who build aircraft, which require that the panel lines and effects be applied with a high level of precision. If you repeat the process by applying several layers, you can increase the intensity of the effects in random areas so that you can achieve realistically irregular results. Observe the left side and the right side. The same step will be repeated here. Several vertical lines were applied quickly to easily create realistic dirt effects. It is very important to note that if you make a mistake at any part in the process, you can remove or correct it with a sponge or a brush moistened with water. The effect achieved is quite interesting and was applied using only 3 colors. This layer should be sealed with a matte varnish before proceeding to apply more effects with other shader colors or other techniques using washes, filters, or pigments. The color grime was used to carefully apply shadow effects on each of the rivets. You can see how easy the shaders are to use. The color doesn't expand, doesn't stick, and flows very smoothly through the airbrush. Don't forget that if you make a mistake with any of them, you can easily remove it with a brush or sponge dipped in water. If you want to increase the intensity of any effect, you can repeat the process to increase contrast. Shader colors are also ideal for creating volume effects on the rounded shapes of models, making the shader range a valuable new tool for aircraft modelers. Realistically translucent vertical streaking and panel line shading can easily be applied using shaders. Of course, you can use each of the wide range of colors for different subjects and effects. Remember that a layer of matte varnish was previously applied to protect the model from the application of this second phase. At this stage, the focus shifts to the cement base previously painted with an acrylic gray color. Of course, the surface is also matte. A dark gray color was applied to make the shadow effects around the turret ring. Other areas of the model can also be darkened to enhance volume and contrast. Shaders are very easy to apply, and it's very difficult to make a mistake when using them. Once set up and assembled, the effects look excellent. The combination of effects is highly realistic and easy to apply. Using the color navy gray, vertical dirt effects were applied to the front of the cement base. You can see how the lines are extremely fine. This process can be repeated several times without flooding the surface. Although the colors are quite transparent, you can darken the effect by applying several layers. If too much color accumulates on the surface, you will see a slight satin or shiny appearance on the surface. The easiest way to solve this is to simply apply a little matte varnish. The color earth was used to enrich the horizontal surfaces. This time fine lines were not applied, but rather transparent total coverage of the horizontal areas of the platform. The airbrush flow can be opened up to easily cover the whole surface quickly. The shaders were also applied to the horizontal part of the turret to create more richness and more nuance. Shaders are a very important part of enriching the finish of any subject, particularly those finished with flat and simple colors. They are also perfect for aging and highlighting defining elements of a model, such as this hatch door. Shaders are easily cleaned with water. After using each color, you can clean your airbrush with a little water. These colors will never clog your airbrush. Adhesive masking makes applying dynamic effects with shaders quite simple, particularly panel edges, which are common to almost every model in every genre. Now the whole kit can be assembled. This is simply the base color for the model. Now the model is ready for the following weathering steps and techniques. Don't forget that it is very important to apply a good coat of varnish to protect the shaders before continuing to work on your model. This little figure was the perfect element to emphasize the scale of this giant turret. The shaders come in an extensive variety of colors. The colors were chosen with themes such as science fiction, armor, naval, and aircraft in mind. Airplanes are covered in panels and surface details across the wings and fuselage, an ideal environment for working with translucent effects and shading. Shaders are perfect for applying realistic smoke effects, exhaust staining, bare metal patina, and a host of amazing weathering effects. The paper houses and structures used for railway modeling are also ideal for working with shaders, as the materials are very forgiving, making it easy to correct any mistakes. Of course, figures can also be brought to life with the range of unique effects only possible with shaders. Volumes of light and shadow can easily be applied to every aspect of the figure. It is not only the skin that can be brought to life with subtle effects. The stockings painted in this figure are just one example of the many materials and fabrics that can be realistically painted. First, a black color was applied, followed by a satin varnish to match the skin tone. The science fiction genre is rich with effects that are perfect for the shaders, and of course, military vehicles are ideal environments for translucent effects. Shaders can be used to enrich the surface with the effects of fading, rust, tonal variation within camouflage, accenting panel lines, and adding effects to all types of surface details on any genre in any subject.
Okay friends, that's all, and I hope you like it. I hope you has learned something new from the shaders. Anyway, remember that you can use those products over any kind of models. My personal taste is military subjects. I made some tests over planes, and I am using also for figures, which is very interesting too. Anyway, the technique is the same. You can see that it's so easy and simple to work with them. Very clean to use, doesn't smell. So now it's time for you. You must try your models and let's see what you can achieve with those new products. So that's all. If you have any comment, if you want to ask for something different, maybe I missed something, but you can write in the comments or you can send us an email to Amo. So that's all by now. Thank you very much, my friends, and see you later. Bye bye.